Today, we're going to talk about flashlights. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave from Chase Summit, and today we're going to talk about flashlights. I've been getting a lot of packages in the mail lately, and instead of just putting them aside and prioritizing other things, I'm just going to start talking about everything. Plus, this kind of goes along with the outdoor theme, climbing, running, that sort of thing, so why not, right? This is not going to be an in-depth review. This is going to be an unboxing and a first look at the Fenix Everyday Carry flashlights. Fenix is a brand I'm familiar with. I had a Fenix flashlight for probably a decade now, and it's still in use today. It works really well, and every time we have a power outage, that's what I go for. These three flashlights that I have here are designed to be everyday carry flashlights, meaning you throw them in your pocket, you put them on your keychain, and you just bring them everywhere all the time in case you need one. I see this being useful for a lot of people that work in construction, or even hikers, climbers, or backpackers that need another source of light that's not a headlamp. Before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, I typically review fitness tech and outdoor gear, and if you like that sort of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss more videos from me in the future. Also, while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or entertaining. Okay, so what I have here is the Fenix E03R, the Fenix E12 V2.0, and the Fenix E20 V2.0. These flashlights are all pretty affordable, and they're around $30 to $40. I will have links down in the description if you want to check them out. Those are affiliate links, and they help support my channel. Let's crack these things open and see how bright they are. I'm gonna use my trusty Gerber multi-tool that I keep on my keychain here. Boy, they don't skimp on the packaging. Okay, so we got them out of the box, and I'm gonna go ahead and arrange them little to big. So we've got the Fenix E3, E12, and E20 here. The nice thing about the Fenix E3 is that it's actually USB rechargeable. There's a little port here on the side that you can plug in your USB Type-C cord and charge it up. This thing is super tiny. I'm probably gonna put this on my keychain because it's so small. There you go. For size comparison, that's my men's medium-sized hand. Double-clicking the button on the back actually turns on the device, and it's pretty bright. Yeah, this thing is surprisingly bright for the size of it. So the E3 only weighs 22 grams. That's about the weight of a single AA battery. It has red and white light sources. It's completely made out of metal except for the lens that appears to be plastic. At its maximum 260 lumens, you'll get about 45 minutes of use, and at the minimum brightness, it'll last about 3 hours. This thing is pretty darn cool. This is probably my favorite of the bunch so far, but let's move on to the other two. So this is the Fenix E12 V2, and this sits in the middle between the E3 and the E20, even though the E3 is actually a bit brighter. This little guy goes up to about 160 lumens, which is still good enough as a work light or a task light. Feels really solid, but it's not rechargeable. This takes a single AA battery. You simply unscrew the top here, just like any standard flashlight, screw it back together again. Whoop, dropped it. This thing feels really well built. It feels like it's all aluminum. It's got a nice weather sealed button on the back here and a little indicator that the front gets hot because it's so dang bright. So this is more of your traditional style flashlight. Single click on the back, cycles through the different modes and brightnesses. At the maximum 160 lumens, you'll get about an hour of use out of this thing. And at the minimum, you can get up to 70 hours. It's quite a bit, but the minimum brightness isn't very bright. Okay, let's check out the bigger one. This is the Fenix E20 V2. Again, this one runs on AA batteries. It is not rechargeable. And so this one has two AA's inside instead of one in the E12. Again, this is an all metal design except for the lens. It's got a nice little belt clip on the side here, and it's very similar in construction to the E12. Really, the only difference here is that you get the extra battery inside for added battery life and a bit more brightness at the expense of being a little bit bigger. So this guy can output up to a whopping 350 lumens. That is very bright. Yeah, it's bright. At that max brightness, you'll get about 3 hours and 45 minutes of runtime, which is pretty solid on two AA batteries. And if you drop down to the lowest setting, which is 5 lumens, it's not a ton of light, you'll get up to 200 hours of battery life. That's a lot of time, and that could be useful if you're like hanging it in a tent or something. You actually leave it on overnight with that low dim setting. I can find that useful for my kids when I take them camping as like a nightlight or something. All three of these flashlights are really well built. I'm really impressed with the quality of them overall. I do think my favorite out of the bunch is the E3R here. All three of these do come with a little lanyard that you can hook onto it to put around your wrist while you're using it. So yeah, very impressive stuff from Fenix flashlights here. And that is my first look at the E3R, the E12 V2, and the E20 V2 from Fenix flashlights. These seem like really solid options if you're in the market for a handheld flashlight like this, like an everyday carry type of flashlight. I'll definitely have the E3R in my pocket and probably one of these two in my car as an emergency thing. I want to thank Fenix flashlights for sending these out for the purpose of this review. This is not a sponsored video, so I'm allowed to give you my honest opinion, but really this is just an unboxing and first look at them, so it's not really a long-term review. Anyways, that's flashlights. They're really nice. All right, that's all I've got for that one. I'll see you next time.